And so as part of this acquisition, like I would assume that probably everyone ended up with some form of equity to kind of keep you involved from like an interest perspective. And like, were you able to share that with staff who maybe wouldn't have like traditionally received equity under the kind of traditional partnership model?
Yeah, so I mean, this is the premise that is very exciting about this model. When you join a private equity backed platform, the only way that you can have non-CPAs to own an advisory practice is that you have to go through this alternative practice structure. So the CPA firm needs to stand on its own, and the advisory business stands on its own. Um, and as a result, anybody that had real actual equity in our business, got real actual equity in Ascend. But we also gave away substantial amounts of equity to some of our senior level employees that didn't, and some of them were on the path to receiving equity eventually, but some of them weren't. Some of them were very non-traditional in that sense, is that they're not CPAs. They were never going to be CPAs, but they're a leadership team. They're the people that are overseeing and implementing operational change in our business, and they're the people that are making our business great in every way that it is. So we wanted to make sure that those people were receiving some skin in the game in this new adventure that we were going on. And we're excited to see. I mean, we had multiple people, late 20s, early 30s that received substantial amounts of equity. That doesn't traditionally happen in our industry. You're not seeing equity
Mm-hmm.
until much later in the game, and even the equity that you're normally receiving in a public accounting basically just means that you have to stay until you're 55. That's what equity, that's what partner model means for most people, is like, oh, congratulations, you're a partner and you get equity, but nothing's really going to change until you're 55, because then you get your deferred compensation over the course of the next 10 years when you decide to retire. In this circumstance, that was not the case, is that we wanted people to be able to get equity right away and then see some benefit of that earlier on in their career, rather than having to wait until they were 65 years old to see some benefit of staying in public accounting.